Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News show. Let's begin with our daily news. Manchester United willing to pay out a massive sum to help Anthony Martial seal a summer transfer exit. According to The Sun, Manchester United are prepared to pay out a massive sum to forward Anthony Martial ahead of the summer transfer window in order to help him depart the club after spending 7 long years at Old Trafford. The Frenchman had a blockbuster start to life in Manchester, scoring on his debut against Liverpool and becoming an instant hero. That introduction turned him from a relative unknown to a household name at his new club. He has not been able to sustain that same level of success, however, falling down the pecking order in United attack. This forced him to seek a transfer elsewhere in order to gain more minutes on the pitch, and he secured a temporary move to Sevilla in January. The player will stay at the La Liga club until this summer when his loan spell expires. There is no guarantee that the 26-year-old will have a regular role in Manchester next season, and a move away from the Red Devils is being discussed by the club hierarchy. Sevilla have expressed an interest in retaining the player beyond his loan spell, but his wages have proven to be a problem for the Spanish club to afford. 60% of his salary is being borne by Man United during this short-term loan, with 2 years left on his contract at Old Trafford. Retaining him would cost them around £25 million. Senior officials at the English club are now hoping that he will agree to accept around half of his remaining term, since both parties are on the same page regarding an exit. A new manager will be taking over at the Theatre of Dreams from next season, and Martial's future at the club will eventually be decided by him, although the former Monaco man left for Sevilla in January to gain more minutes. It has not gone according to plan. A dip in form and injuries have limited his appearances in Spain, with the Frenchman unable to make a meaningful impact. Martial has been a good servant of the Premier League side in the past, and it may be best to finally move on. Erik Ten Hag could hand surprise lifeline to Manchester United misfit. Manchester United misfit Jesse Lingard could reportedly be handed a lifeline at Old Trafford under incoming manager Erik Ten Hag. The Red Devils will be led by Ten Hag next season after a hugely disappointing campaign under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and entry manager Ralf Rangnick. Ten Hag looks an exciting appointing to give Man United a fresh start this summer, but it could also mean keeping faith in a long-serving player in the form of Lingard, according to The Sun. This would be pretty surprising, however, with Lingard long being out of favour at United and heading towards the end of his contract this summer. Lingard did, however, look pretty impressive on loan at West Ham last season, so it perhaps makes sense that Ten Hag views him as someone who could perhaps have more of a role to play than he has in recent times. The report adds that Ten Hag's arrival also looks like being good news for Marcus Rashford, whose future has been in some doubt recently. Manchester United to battle Premier League rivals for Monaco star Aurelien Tchouameni. According to football journalist Gianluca Di Marzio, Manchester United are one of the Premier League clubs interested in securing the services of Monaco star Aurelien Tchouameni in the upcoming summer transfer window. Tchouameni has grown to become one of the brightest talents in French football, earning plaudits for his performances in the middle of the park for both Monaco and the French national team. Only 22, the player has proven that age is not a limitation to his abilities. His fine displays on the pitch have seen him attract attention from a lot of clubs ahead of the impending opening of the transfer window, with United being one of the sides interested in snapping up the Frenchman to bolster their midfield. The midfielder has been a weak link for the Manchester side for years, and they are yet to find a player that is capable of filling in the gaps. A linchpin in the middle of the park is a necessity for the team, and perhaps Tchouameni could be the one to revitalize the squad. It will not be easy to sign the France international this summer, as Di Marzio has claimed that Arsenal are also keen to sign the Monaco man for themselves. United will need to battle the North London side for Tchouameni's signature at the end of the season, and both the club could be involved in a transfer tug of war for the player, who will set them back by at least £60 million. For a player of his quality and age, that may prove to be a bargain in the long term. The Frenchman could very well be Pogba's long-term successor for Les Bleus in the coming years, and in the summer he could also act as Pogba's successor for the Red Devils. Only time will tell if the 22-year-old picks the Manchester side in the coming month. Leicester City midfielder Youri Tielemans decides on next transfer destination amid interest from Manchester United. According to football journalist Sasha Tavolieri on Twitter, Leicester City midfielder Youri Tielemans has decided that his preferred destination would be Spain if he were to exit the club amid interest from Manchester United. The player has been one of the Fox's most consistent performers in the midfield, putting in dazzling displays for the club whenever he takes to the field. He has gone from strength to strength since moving to Leicester from Monaco in 2019. A regular for the Belgian national team now, he has proven to be one of the most sought after players in the Premier League within years of moving to England. The midfielder has caught the attention of clubs like United, Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur in recent times due to his performances. He may now be set for a summer move as he looks to take his game to the next level and secure a transfer to a bigger club at the end of the season. With the World Cup rolling around later this year, he could be looking for a larger platform to prove himself. As per Tavolieri, the 24-year-old has told people close to him that he is now looking to move away from his current club and take on a new challenge, preferably in Spain. This will come as a blow to the English clubs interested in him, especially in United, as they looked for midfield reinforcements. An ideal destination for him would be Real Madrid, according to the football journalists who are interested in the player. It's not the first time that Los Blancos have been linked with Tielemans, as they also tried to secure his services in January but were put off by his £50 million price tag. United could yet attempt to convince the Belgian to stay in the Premier League, especially with a new manager coming their way ahead of the new season, as they look to usher in a new era. Manchester United sent scouts to watch Wolves midfielder Ruben Neves. According to the Birmingham Mail, Manchester United sent a senior scout to watch Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Ruben Neves in action against Brighton and Hove Albion in the Premier League over the weekend. Neves and co took an impressive Brighton side at the Molineux and fell to a disappointing 3-0 loss to Graham Potter's side. The Portuguese star failed to hit his usual heights in midfield during the game after returning from injury. He was unable to get anything going for his team. United had sent a senior scout to watch Neves in action in person, but the player did not give much to talk about as he was taken off at half-time. The Manchester side is still interested in snapping up the midfielder, but his price tag would have been a bone of contention. It was previously assumed that Wolves are expecting a British record fee for the 25-year-old as claimed by their manager Bruno Lage. Now, however, it's said that they only want a significant increase on the £45 million they received for the sale of Diogo Jota to Liverpool in 2020. Neves may have had a bad game against Brighton over the weekend, but he had been impressive throughout the season for his side. The Portugal international has been the driving force of his team's midfield over the past few years, alongside the club and country teammate João Moutinho. The former Porto star has been crucial in Wolves' rise to the Premier League, being an integral part of the squad that helped them gain promotion from the Championship. His performances for the Wolverhampton side have made him a fan favourite as well, but his time with the team may now be coming to a close. Neves has experience in England, is of an ideal age profile where he has a lot of years still ahead of him, and is a fierce central midfielder who can be an asset to the team on and off the ball. The ball would now be in the court of United's board with regards to what they want to do with their interest in the ex-Porto man. West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice opens up about transfer speculation amid Manchester United interest. Speaking to Sky Sports, West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice has opened it up about the transfer speculation surrounding his future at the London Stadium amid Manchester United taking an interest in the player. United are looking for midfield enforcements in the summer ahead of the transfer window opening in just a few weeks. Rice's performances for the Hammers have caught the attention of the Manchester club, who will try to secure his services at the end of the season. The Englishman responded to all the speculation surrounding him, saying that he did not focus on all the outside talk. The midfielder elaborated by saying that if he thought about other things, then he would get carried away and it would not be fair on his team or manager. It's not just United holding an interest in the player, with his former club Chelsea also looking to secure his signature in the summer. With Manchester City also jumping on the bandwagon for the 23-year-old in recent weeks, interested clubs looking to prize the England international away from West Ham ahead of the new campaign will need to fork up around £150 million. Rice said that he could not help the speculation or the numbers that are getting talked about, but wanted to help his side by going on the pitch and performing to the best of his abilities. The midfielder admitted he also got a lot of stick for the transfer fee on social media. Between Chelsea, City and United, the Red Devils have the biggest case for wanting a player like Rice in the midfield. Their midfield has been a weak link for a while now, yet the club has barely taken any big steps to amend it. Rice is one player who could step up for the Old Trafford outfit, given his performances for West Ham as well as the England national team. A midfield linchpin like him is necessity more than a priority for United ahead of the new campaign, but it remains to be seen if the club are willing to shell out the transfer fee that the Hammers have quoted for their star player. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.